servant to others instead of possessing a careless, self-serving, self-preserving mindset. Many men today who share my past experiences feel like there's no way to cope with pain and hurt other than violence, reckless living, or passivity. I believe Mr. Wilson's efforts to inspire, empower, and educate through his story will help many men feel our way through the trauma we've experienced so we can process and express our emotions in a healthy way. Eshawn Burgundy, Christian hip-hop artist. Prologue. Men, we've scaled the heights, lifted and carried enormous burdens, sailed vast oceans, and have even broken free from the atmosphere that enfolds us from birth to death to fly among the stars. We mine the minerals and metals of the earth and create incredible machines that serve to propel us to our next aspiration. Yet amid all the risk and reward, the dilemmas and dangers, and the thrilling advances we've made, men have yet to conquer the most basic human ability, to cry. Want to hear something shocking? It's impossible to be strong all the time. With all the theories, credos, and misleading mantras, man up, no pain, no gain, not to be outdone by the mother of all misguided intelligence, real men don't cry. We have been deceived into suppressing our emotions to impress others. There's simply no room for weakness. If we're struck in our hearts, our health, or our wallets, there's no room for weakness. When we vent, we're perceived as complainers. When we hurt, we're wimps. When we're tired, we're being lazy. When we fight, we're rebels. When we're discouraged, we're depressed. When we hesitate, we're double-minded. And when we cry, we're soft. With all these predetermined judgments about us, it's no wonder why so many of us fake it to make it. From childhood through early puberty, then into manhood, we're conditioned to swallow our pain, expressing little but indifference and detachment about the chaos around us. It only makes sense that internalized stress and confusion build over time, creating a force that will eventually find a release hatch. And we all know what that looks like. Self-medication, aggression, violence, until we finally hit the wall and break. And how many people do we take down with us along this destructive path of denial and pretense? Family members, girlfriends, wives, children, ourselves. I realized, after a lifetime of holding it all in, the injuries from cruelty, neglect, and the loss of so many loved ones, that men couldn't and shouldn't have to withstand the pressure they were never designed to endure alone. The barriers I had subconsciously built, brick by agonizing brick, were merely a defense that was keeping the damage inside, pushing it down deeper and deeper. I couldn't control it. I couldn't control anything. I was a prisoner of my own emotional incarceration without the slightest idea of how I got there. The key was right in front of me. I just couldn't see it. Suppressed feelings of anger and anxiety in men have reached epidemic levels, changing the landscape of society within families, schools, cities, and ultimately within prisons. And if it's not addressed now, it's simply going to kill us. It's my prayer that as you read this book and open your heart, you may see a little of your own journey within its pages, stories of trials and triumphs, enabling you to unlock the cell you've been living in for far too long. God, whom I often refer to as the Most High, has played an enormous role in releasing the inner turmoil of my past. His presence wasn't something I was aware of early on, but as I grew older, losing my way in the critical decisions that would shape my future, I struggled with his very existence. Even the name Jesus held little importance. Paintings of him cradling lambs or bouncing children on his knee seemed less than masculine, even soft. I rarely thought about his stunning bravery, willingly submitting to the brutality of evil men, even being nailed to a cross.